Besides that, B, what have you been jamming since the last episode?
And I jammed a bit of things, man. Not too much, but we're gonna keep it a little light this week because I listened to one album, we're gonna talk about later a lot. But the first album I want to talk about is Joe Budden, Move Music 4. It's been a long time since I listened to this boy.
What led you to
Um,
want to listen to this?
to be honest, bro, I tell you on Monday, sometimes I'll be in here working on stuff, and the boys over there at Potty Mouth, you know what I'm saying? They'll be doing a little stream. I think Dom, and one time I clicked in there and Dom was talking about Joe Budden, and I was like, you know what, bro? Let me throw on some Budden, bro. I was like, I ain't listened
Hmm.
to Joe Budden music in years, and I threw on Mood Music 4, and I was like, bro, this is it right here, bro. I love the Mood Music series. Joe being Joe with the vulnerability, talking about things about how on this one he talked about like his mom and dad being on drugs and just Joel Ortiz killing it on that one track follow lead cricket out here. This was like the era around Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? I think it was 2011 when this came out,
Mm.
2010 somewhere around there.
This was before a
Uh,
loose quarter, right?
this one I think so because Loose Quarter came out 2012, 2011. I think.
I'm not good with years.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm a little. I'm my mind getting a little, good
Hmm.
foggy now too. But I like this
Comes with
project,
age.
man. Fabulous, Lloyd Banks on here on Remember the Titans with Royce the 5'9". I kind of like Lloyd Banks on this track right here, bro. I was like, hold up, man. Even though I'm not saying Lloyd Banks is trash, but I just know there's some Lloyd Banks stands out there that think he's
Oh
the best
yeah.
rapper out right now.
Hmm.
But overall, I thought this was a pretty good album. And one thing about the album I totally forget is about Maul skits he got on here.
Oh wait, Maul's actually on
Yeah,
there.
Maul. Yeah, he got like two skits on here. He got Mop Salad and he got the skit Weekend Warrior. It's like
Hmm.
yeah, Maul feel like you're wilder, bro. And you got Imani in the background singing and stuff. But it's just so crazy. Like me being more a listener to Joe Budden, the podcaster for the last I don't know how long like 10 years. It's so crazy going back, me being a fan of his music first and actually listening to it, going back to a fan of his music. Because even when I was a fan of Joe music, I used to have a problem with his voice on some tracks, and I'd be like, why just not his voice sound like this on it? It kind of irks me a
To
little
me, he
bit.
has
But
that Lloyd Banks effect.
yeah, but on Moon Music 4, it don't really bother me as much. But it's some tracks, it's some albums where like his voice is like a problem with some of the production he's on. But I feel like he was on pretty good production on Moon Music 4. And also it's not like the early Moon Music when it was like super badly, poorly mixed. It was the mixtape
Hmm.
and this is more of like a quality Moon Music. So but yeah, man, overall it was a good project around the time of like the mixtape era, the blog era, and Joe Budden putting out music still. So but yeah,
Okay. Okay.
you got B.
First person I want to talk about, but I'm not really going to talk about it much because this was literally at the beginning of the week, and we are shooting this episode a bit late because I had work and stuff like that. So I have not gone back to this project, but I've only listened to it once, and it's an EP. Uh, the singer is called Natanya. Natanya. I don't know how to say her name, but the EP is Feline's Return. It's in the vein of R&B, 6 tracks. I thought the project was cool. It wasn't bad at all. Nothing wowed me about her vocal performance. It sounds like modern day R&B or modern contemporary R&B, I should say. Nothing, like I said, wows me about this project. I thought it was cool music, but it's not something that's made me want to like, oh, I really need more from her. It was interesting. It was a pretty good first attempt at a project because I've seen that she's made singles here and there, but this is like her first solid project right here. Feline's Return or Feline's Return. I really think it's Feline's Return by Natanya. Like I said, I can't say much because I don't remember listening to it, but I do want to give it some shine. 6 tracks. It wasn't that long of a listen, but when I did listen to it, I didn't come out feeling anything. But I'm going to give her another chance with her next project. Not saying that this was bad. It's just not memorable. And I don't know why, because we had such a heavy music week, I didn't feel the need to return to it to give it another re-listen before this episode. But I still want to give it some shine though. Because she is a lesser known artist. So
Right.
yeah. B, what's your next project?
My next project I listened to Nicholas Craven and Boldy James, Late to My Own Funeral.
I
Oh
listened to it
man,
too.
you did?
Hmm.
B, bro, I don't know if it was just the state I was in, just off the high of the clips, and then like, all right, let me turn these clips off and let me go into this. And this was like right when I got off work. I remember on my way to work, on my way home. I was like, yo, I'm gonna just play this. And I like four tracks on here. Not saying that the other tracks wasn't good. It's just they lack something to me. I don't know if it was production wise or like, I don't know. Maybe I have to re-listen to this. But
Hmm.
like four tracks on here stood out. Of course, one of my favorite songs this year is Spiderweb and Windshields, the intro track.
Hmm.
I love that track. But I don't know. I like Nice Try Wrong Guy. That was like the second like single he had on here. But like nothing really stuck out usually for like a Nicholas Craven and a Bodie project. So I don't know. I've been seeing a little mixed reviews on this project on even on the timeline, and I thought I was tripping. I'm like, man, I usually like when they work together, but I think it was something about the production just lacked a little bit for me. It felt a little too comfortable and like, bro, I ain't even gonna lie, bro, it was putting me to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, man, maybe because I was in traffic. I don't know. But but I don't know. I'm gonna read. This is something I'm gonna re-listen to. This is not my final thoughts on this project. I need a little more listens because I love when Nicholas Craven and Bodie James get together. But
Hmm.
Spiderweb and Windshield is still one of my favorite songs this year. But overall for the project, I need a little more probably listens. But right now, I'm kind of cold on this one. B kind of cold on it. What you feel
Um,
about it?
to me, this is the most comfortable 3 out of 5 I've listened to this year.
Hmm.
It's Boldy being Boldy, which is a good or bad thing depending on who you say that to. For me, it's a bad thing because it's like it feels too comfortable, but also this just feels samey. And to me, there's no problem with being samey, but he's been releasing like what 3 to 4 projects since we last actually talked about him, and we both listened to a project by him. He's released like 3 or 4. There's no interest for me. There's nothing interesting me. You don't have an interesting story to tell. You don't have anything interesting to talk about. You are literally one of the more redundant people in the industry right now in terms of releasing so much music so quickly and over the same subject matter. Basically, this is the same Bodie project we've been getting, just with a different producer, and the words are rearranged in a different order. Bodie could be a good rapper. He has talent. It's just that he's wasting it and he's squandering it by being painfully mid. That's what this is, B. It's painfully mid. I went through the whole project. This is another project where I didn't feel the need to go back to it because I'm like, I already heard one of these last month or 2 months ago. I don't need to hear this again. And I would try to go into this be like, you know what? B says that when him and Nicholas Craven get together, it's usually a good combination. He's released the Alphabet Highway. He released the one with Chuck Strangers. That was the last one I heard. I'm like, all right, I've given it enough time. I'm not listening to everything, Boldy. Let me tap back in with him and see what he's doing now. Because a lot of people on Twitter and a lot of people out here in person that do listen to him, he's one of the more consistent rappers. He's consistently mid. He puts consistent out. That's all he does. I'm tired of it, B.
Remember that
That's
one dude
all
on
he does.
what used to be on Vine?
Oh yeah.
With it.
Yeah, that's I'm just
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing Boldy. I'm tired of it. And I get it.
Yeah.
He's probably doing this to make it to get a check. But it feels like it's more of a money grab now than for you to actually feel passionate about the art. You're not
Right.
giving me quality. You get this is microwavable food. The worst part is this from someone who could really rap well. Stop it. Take your time with a project. Get some producers, get multiple producers on the project, create
Mhm.
this world, create a story, create something. Give me a journey, B. B, he's not making great albums. He's making painfully mid projects that's just taking up space on the goddamn internet. The unlimited amount of internet we have, he's just taking up space.
Hey, B said they content create. I despise that.
Facts.
I create content. They tries that.
B, this was I don't B, I'm tried. I tried, B. I tried. That's all I can say is I tried.
Oh my God.
I don't even want to hear anything he got with Alchemist now because I'm just so scared. And he's 2 for 2 or 2 for 3 with
I think he's
Alchemist.
better with
He's
Al,
no, he's
bro.
3 for 3. He's 3 for 3 with Alchemist. But B,
He's
the
better with
thing is,
Al because yeah.
Alchemist creates that sense of like feeling when you hear his
Mhm.
production. And Boldy fits right in. But I know
I,
Boldy's not going to give me anything new. That's the problem.
man, speaking of Alchemist, I'm gonna talk about another album where Alchemist had a beat on. I was like, oh my God, Al is different, bro.
Oh, in a good way. I thought you were in the bad way.
Yeah, in a good way, in a good
Yeah.
way.
This right here, late to my own funeral. I was late to my own bed. I could have went to sleep on this.
Oh, my bad. The old RDC World skit from Vine.
Oh yeah.
You want to go to your next project since I started off or what?
All right, my next project. Also, this will be a short one as well. I listened to Lil Skies' latest project, The Evolution of a Rose. If you don't know who Lil Skies is, he's an artist that kind of like really got popular during the SoundCloud cloud era.
Bring in the camera crew. He's out here reporting it's raining heavy. Hey, bro, this guy live. We have Chase in out here reporting about the little skies.
Oh man, I listened to his last project before this one. I forgot the name of it, and I don't want to remember the name of it. I was like, this definitely isn't the sound I'm looking for from Lil Skies. But then I listened to this project, The Evolution of the Rose. I'm like, all right, this is Lil Skies in his Lil Skies bag. The problem with it is, B, and I never realized it until you told me, B, that this is just what happens. You said this to me about Travis Scott before. I aged out. This is not my music no more. B, I complained about the last project, and I was like, this isn't for me. I'm like, this isn't him. But then when I get the project that is him, I'm like, oh, like
Yeah.
this feels very cringy to listen to. I feel embarrassed listening to it. This is one of those things where if you listen to this, and this is back then when your headphone come out and the music would not stop playing, B, I'm scrambling for the phone. I'm look, I'm just chucking the phone. I'm taking the battery out. I hope the battery falls out
Boy,
with the
hey,
phone.
boy, like me when I had my car at the shop and I had my Bluetooth on and that Will Smith album started playing. I was like,
B, I think I listened to that freestyle that Will Smith has. Let me see, 14 times over than the 14 tracks those guys had on this project right here. I pulled the pin out the grenade on purpose when I
when I
threw it.
threw it,
I
even
listened to
though
that
I'm an
14
action
times.
star, you know I'm an act bizarre.
I listened to that 14 times over than this me. Because at least I get some enjoyment out of that. This, I'm like, I'm just too old. I'm an old man now. This was not good in terms of like me enjoying it, but this is prime
Mm-hmm.
Little Skies. This is what I was like, okay, this is he's in his bag right now,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just not a bag that I enjoy anymore.
B. Speaking of enjoyment and you getting older, the next album I'm going to talk about, you need to go listen to whenever
B,
you have
well,
the time.
tell us, B, tell us what it is, because I'm done
I'm
with this
sorry.
album. You guys know how I feel. I'm not trying to go in on Little Skies. He just got independent. He got off his label deal. He was having stress. He had certain
B.
thoughts of where he wanted the game over himself.
You see
I'm
how that
just
man
adding
look
to it
now?
right
He look
now.
weird, bro. Like an
He looked
old.
drugged out, but that's what that label did to him. But now he's back. He's back, and I listened to the interview. That's the worst part. I listened to the interview that he had with that one channel, and I'm like, I really don't care.
Bro shouldn't have
B,
all them tattoos
you
on his
know I
face,
like
bro.
Little Skies back then. B,
Hmm. Nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. I
I
remember
loved
all
it back
that.
then. The reason
Yeah.
I like it now is because it brings me back to a time. But if it were to come
Yeah.
out now and he tries to recapture that energy with Landon Cube too,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like little Bow Wow off of Johnson Family Reunion. I'm chugging
Yeah.
it out.
Shut. I actually
B, tell us
recently
about the
watched that
next
movie like a
project.
month ago, bro.
How'd you like it?
Oh man, it's still bad, but it's a classic. It's a classic,
It's just
B.
straight to DVD classic.
Bro, freaking Cedric Entertainer bouncing from his accents, trying to be like a dad, and then also being a Cedric Entertainer. I'm like, bro,
Uh,
like, what is this? What is
Come
this
on, keep it
duality of a
consistent now.
man? Yeah. But the album I'm gonna talk about is a classic by a legendary artist, Sean P. Mike Tyson. It's been so long since I listened to this,
Is that
bro.
the one where he's like with the
Yeah,
striped
yeah,
shirt? And
yeah,
he,
yeah. I don't know if
okay.
you ever listened to that album?
I've skimmed through it a bit when I was younger, but I
Yeah,
never really
you
fully gave it a listen.
listen to it, bro. Bro, man, R.I.P. Sean Price, bro. It's just the whole boot camp click, all that stuff, man. Just it's just legendary. Sean Price, just he gets on the mic, he demands a presence. He's
Mm.
he's gritty, he's grimy. Like you, it's a guy you hear his voice, you don't want to mess with him, bro. They just he
Mhm.
gives you that grumpy old man. Bro, I will beat them out of you, bro.
Wait,
It's
is he the
just
one that was on Vlad that was like no female could ever be the number one MC or whatever?
oh I don't remember that line. He probably did do that shit. I don't
Dang,
know.
I think I
PA,
think Kiko be posting it on TikTok.
yeah,
I mean,
it
not
could
TikTok, Twitter.
it could have been Sean P, bro. I don't know, but bro, just each track on here, the like different production from all different type of producers, but Sean is just doing his rapping, bro, and he's talking to you, and he's doing it
Mhm.
well. One of my favorite songs on here was is Straight to the Music, Barbarian, I think produced by Alchemist, Pyrex, bro. Like the top, like to be honest, like the first like 8 tracks is like just heat, like he just going.
He was on a
It
run
just
for 8 tracks.
Bro, it's like I could be stretching. It could be 7. It could be 6. But I don't know. Hey, I love this album. Farrah Munch on
Mm.
here. He got Torre on here. Not the he got Freddie Gibbs on here on he got Freddie Gibbs on here on Remember on Static Selector production. I remember that.
Mm.
He got See You as the last track. It's just a little snippet. He rapping, but it's short. But overall, man, this project it's talked about amongst hip hop fans, and it's just one that I ain't listened to in a minute, bro. And I was like, you know what? I'm feeling Price type of feels today, man. So I played this is the first thing I played, man, when I put the headphones on. But yeah, man, R.I.P. Sean Price, Mike Tyson. If you haven't listened to this project, bro, this album, man, do yourselves a favor and go check this out. This is dope.
Mm. See, what always interested me about that project was the cover art.
The
That's what
cover's so
always drew
fire.
me to it. The cover is so good. It's
So
so
fire.
good. It draws me in. But my next project, and I wish I would have gave this one some more listens because I loved it on my initial listen. Beloved by Giveon. I don't have much to say about it because I only heard it the one day that
I forgot about it.
it came out. But I fully enjoyed this. I don't think Giveon has missed so far on his projects. This one might have to be one of my favorite ones from him because every single song I heard from this, I'm like, this is what we need in R&B more of. Giveon was in his bag. If y'all have not checked out Beloved, go ahead check it out. Let me see. 14 tracks. It's a good R&B project. I highly recommend it. One of my favorite R&B projects of the year so far. I do need to give it some more listens though because this past weekend, like I said, a lot of music came out. Been listening to a lot of clips, too much clips to be exact. But yeah, B, what's your next project or
My
song?
next project, I'm gonna go into Open Mike Eagle dropped the album over the over the weekend as well called Neighborhood Gods Unlimited. Um, Open Mike Eagle, a really eclectic type of artist. He has all type of wild themes, especially with the concepts of his projects. He's a really good writer. He's a good character. Like I'm saying all this stuff about him because like when you go into Open Mike Eagle, you're just not going to just like let me listen to these bars, blah blah blah. Because his stuff is quirky. Like it's some stuff he's having. He has a song about his coworker being Superman, being Clark Kent. Like this is the type of stuff that Open Mike Eagle rap about. It's like these different type of concepts like to bring you in. It's like he's not typical hip hop type of guy. You know what I mean? So he gonna push boundaries and talk about things that's outlandish. It's like okay, who will make a freaking song about Clark Kent being a freaking coworker? You know what I'm saying? But he was
Mhm.
pretty much saying like how nobody know this nigga Superman. Like he goes
Mhm.
away every time when some come by. It's just a dope concept. And the production on here from like I haven't listened to his last project, but from the Open Mike Eagle, I know some of the production on here is not usable production he'll rap on. Some of this felt like more lo-fi, like kind of gave me a little feel of like the early days of like knowledge and stuff like that on like the first few tracks and had little jazzy moves. And he had this one track called Mirror Pieces in a Leather Bound Briefcase. Uh,
Mhm.
it's a long name, but I really
Mhm.
like that track. It's probably one of my favorite tracks on the album with Video Dave. I love Video Dave's voice, his vocals, bro. Like he kind of give you like a Southern hip Houston artist like vibes with his tone. I was like, dang, he sounds really dope on here. I heard of Video Dave, but I never like listened to none of his stuff. But I liked him on here. I listened to this once. Rap Ferrero's on here that's dope, and he has some features on here that's not even listed. Like he has this one
Mm.
song, I think it was no, it was me. What it was called? It was one of the songs he was talking about rapping in like corporate, like working in corporate, and he was rapping about, oh, they put me on the sales floor, blah 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 type of stuff, and they was like, I know, I think they worked at a sneaker shop, And it was like kind of breaking down all these shoes and stuff that they wanted and being how they broke and they can't afford it, how you work this, it's just all type of stuff that's going on in this project. And I don't understand the concept of it. I really hope on his freaking YouTube channel, he kind of break down some of the themes of this album. Cause like the cover is like, is him in like, a suit
Floating. Hmm.
floating with, I don't know if that a leather, is that the leather briefcase on his head? I don't. So yeah,
From what it sounds like he's kind of rapping from the common everyday man.
yeah, I guess so.
Because you
The
was talking
corporate
about how
guy.
he has a corporate job and he's working
Mhm.
with Clark Kent, or the other thing where he has the briefcase, take a briefcase to work. That's what it sounds like. What's the name of the album again?
The album's called Neighborhood Gods Unlimited.
Maybe it's about his surroundings.
It could because he talk about God, his neighbor. He know her. It's just I just need to
Oh,
listen
look,
to it.
once they start talking about God and
Mhm.
referring to God as her, I'm like, okay, I know what type
Yeah.
of time
So I was listening because when I was listening to it, I was actually having like internet issues at one of my locations I'll be working at, and it was
hmm
like I'm listening to this album at the same time I'm trying to fix this freaking problem. But
hmm
anyways, I need to. This is an album that I need more listens to, but overall I liked it, man. Open mic, he always pushing boundaries. I love creativity. I love writing, and that's one thing that he does. He's not for everybody. He's not someone I recommend to anyone because I know it's acquired taste. But Open My Eagle, Neighborhood, Guys Unlimited, dope project to me. So yeah, check it out if you want, but I'm not recommending it.
It's not for everybody. It
It's not
sounds
for
like
everybody.
how I describe JoJo's to people. I'm like, this is something great. This is fine
Hmm.
dining, but it's not for
It's not for
everybody. It's an
everybody. Yeah,
acquired taste.
it is. It
You
is.
can tell I love JoJo's guys. But I'm gonna talk about a song real quick. Kaytranada and FLO, the group from Britain or the UK, came out with a song
Hmm.
called "The Mood." Fantastic. Go check it out. Y'all haven't already. Fun music, fun R&B music. But I do want to talk about Larry June and Cardo's second collab project together, Until Night Comes, which I
Second,
believe
they
will
got
be
more than that, don't they? They got
I
a lot
don't
of
know.
stuff.
But
Oh
they
no, they got a
they got
lot
the whole the night shift, and then it's Until Night Comes. So this is the second in the
of
night
that. Oh yeah.
series, I'm assuming. But
No, they
yeah,
got a good amount of projects, I think.
see, I don't know because I haven't seen them, or at least they not
Right.
notated as that on Spotify. But this is my second project with Larry June and Cardo. But this is like my fourth, maybe fifth Larry June project itself. Um, to me, Larry June and Cardo, 10 out of 10, perfect combination. Until Night Comes, this is literally what you would want to hear on Larry June stuff. In fact, if you have not heard Larry June and you are a fan of Wiz Khalifa, this will be your bag. If you like Cushion OJ too, this is basically more of it right here. This is an extension right here, but you're playing with a different character. And Larry June himself definitely stands out from someone like a Wiz because they just have two totally different personalities. And with Larry June kind of fusing where he comes from, where he used to live, and things like that. He
Hmm.
standout feature from E40 is on here. Has some great features on here as well. This is exactly what I wanted. And this is one of my favorite projects from Larry June. Larry June, he's working with other people and he's doing his other stuff. Not for me like that. I get
I
it
think
though. Not for
I,
me. When it comes with him and Cardo, it's 10 out of 10s.
I
Easily.
think they got 5 projects together, 4 or 5.
See, I'm not gonna
It's
listen
like,
to him because I don't want to get burnt out on him.
hey,
But
they
right now,
fire. Cruise USA got some drinks on that joint. I know I just like, bro, and they've been working with each other for a long time.
oh, so I guess this might be the second one in their series because this one
And
sounds
that series,
sonically
yeah, yeah.
similar to the last album that they had
Mhm.
together. And I'm like, that album was a 10 out of 10. This one right here, it's not as good as the night shift, but it's really good. I liked it better than the last project that he had with the last project he had on his own, Do It For Me or whatever it's called. And I liked
Mhm.
it more than the project that him and Two Chains had collabed together that we also reviewed earlier this year. But yeah, Until Night Comes, this is it for me. I pre-ordered this. I needed this in this
My
collection.
my favorite Larry June project, bro, is Keep Going with him and Harry Fraud. Oof, I love that album. Boy, got that Dick Tracy on there. Sunday Morning Drive with him, Currency and Dom Kennedy. My
Hmm.
my my wife even like I think she like drinks with no, not Dick Tracy, bro. I'm tripping. Drinks with Tracy. My wife
Hmm.
love that song. But nah, bro. Larry June, bro. Oh yeah, let's go to New Orleans with him and Currency is fire. Bro got
That's the
some
whole
joints on it.
project or a
It's a
song?
whole project. It's called Keep Going with him and Larry June. It came out in 2020.
Mm.
That joint fire. I love it. I used
Yeah,
to play this
Larry
joint
June is
all the
someone
time,
that I
bro.
like. Larry June is someone I like in spurts. I
Hmm.
can't listen to him too much because I'm not in that mode no more. To me, he's
Yeah.
in that realm of a Boldy. He's in that realm of a currency. He's in that realm of like he releases a good amount of projects, keeps his fan base fed, but
But what he do, he make you feel cool. So when you drive it, you just, you know what I'm
this is
saying?
true.
It's a
This is true
vibe.
because to me, he don't get in that bag. To me, he's obviously more akin to a currency, if anything. So
That was some good juice. I drank all this juice. I was trying to say this juice, bro. This juice so good, B.
oh
Hey, could you
man.
please pass me that drink right there, baby? Thank you.
Good job, Larry.
Good
But
job,
yeah,
Larry.
I really enjoyed this album until the night comes. This was one that I actually put on repeat as well this weekend because I'm like, God dang it, I really like this. This is putting me in that calming but cool mood right here. But B, what's your next project?
Okay, my next project, I guess we could talk about the swag. We could talk
Mm,
about the swag, the Justin Bieber. This would be
mm,
my last project. I'll probably talk about the other stuff next week because I'm gonna play more of that. But yeah, swag by Justin Bieber's. So I listened to this on and off throughout the weekend. I think I did like two full listens. I think one today, yeah, one today and one I think Sunday when I was cooking. But what I think about this project, I think Bieber made a passion project. Like it don't seem like he was searching for any hits or anything like that. It kind of felt like, yo, this is the vibe I'm in right now. I'm working with guys like Giveon. I'm working with guys like MKG. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put out some like some soul minimal soulless soulful soulful music, I guess. And
mm-hmm,
it has a little hints of like old R&B, some New Jack swingish stuff. But
mm-hmm,
it's cool. I like when he get into the Yukon joint. I like Daisies. I like Yukon. I like Go Baby. I think Butterflies. I like Way It Is with him and Gunna. I was like, that's pretty cool. I
mm-hmm.
like that joint. Devotion with him and Dejan. I like that joint as well.
I think you've
Uh,
talked about him before on the show
yeah,
as
yeah, yeah.
well.
That's my guy. Sweet Spot. I really love that track. I just do not like Sexy Red on it. Really wish she was off that. I'm
Mm.
not kidding. I'm making the Justin Bieber only version soon. Um, and then once it get past like the Justin Bieber and Drewski standing on business skit, it kind of goes down for me. Like it kind of like I don't know if it mellows out. 405 Swag, the one with him and Cash Cobain. I didn't really care for. Zuma House was like a little. I don't know if it was like a snippet of something. It wasn't even him singing. I don't believe. And then Too
Mhm,
Long. I don't really remember the track to be honest. And then he had Marvin Wayans, from a gospel group from the
mhm.
legendary Wayans gospel group, just having the song "Forgiveness," just singing, and ending off the album. So yeah, it's cool. It was cool. It was a cool project. It's some joints on here like Yukon, like I said, Yukon, Daisies, Go Baby, Sweet Spot, first half, and a few other tracks on here, Devotion, that I'm keeping in my like this year playlist. But overall, I think it was cool. It was a cool project from Justin Bieber. Also, like, oh, I did like that first track, that all I can take. That's the one that gave me like it gave me
Michael
like it's
Jackson?
Michael Jackson vibes and like yeah, like that
Hmm.
when he was getting to like the R&B ish in the 90s. That's why I said he was 3 for 3 when it dropped. Because them the three, that's the three. I remember when we
Hmm.
talked about it. Yeah. But yeah, what do you think about the project, B?
Um, just like you, I have only
Mm.
favorable things to say, but I do have some criticisms about this album. Overall, I really enjoyed this Justin Bieber album. I haven't heard a Justin Bieber album since I think I was in middle or high school.
You listen
Because
to journals,
when
right?
I actually got to see the cover of that one. I don't remember them by name, but
Okay.
let me see. You said journals?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one is that one? What was the
It has
song
like,
name?
you all that matters to me.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Or maybe I heard some of this.
Yeah,
This cover
yeah.
looks familiar, but I'm not sure because
Hmm.
I'm looking at it right now. But going over this project right here, I've never been the biggest Justin Bieber fan. I'm going to acknowledge that right now. And going through this project, to me, it felt like I know I'm gonna get crucified and killed if I say this. This is Justin Bieber kind of playing the game, but also doing like this is in that same vein of doing like a I am music where you're doing a lot of songs. Some of them ain't fully like thought out or conceptualized, and you're kind of just throwing ideas and concepts out there rather than actually putting out fully fleshed songs. And when we do get those fully fleshed songs, those are the special standout moments in the album. You could really tell, especially with songs like Way It Is with Gunna. The song with Sexy Red was a Sweet Spot. Great song. I could definitely see why you don't like it. I'm not in love with Sexy Red's delivery on there, obviously with the lyricism and the subject matter. To me, at first, I'm like Sexy Red and Justin Bieber. I'm like, all right, Sexy Red is so crude and so vulgar that it clashes with Justin and what he's saying. I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily like this, or is it something different that I didn't expect, or like what it was, but something kind of feels off. But the actual sample of New Edition being on there, fire. Justin on there, fire. Sexy Red, very questionable, but this will probably get to play on the R&B radios and the hip hop radios because of the name Sexy Red being on there, and probably because of the actual sample itself. But Drewski being on here was kind of funny, giving basically gave Bieber the black card. Lil B making an appearance on here, doing his little like, let me see, based spoken word is the best way I could
Hmm.
say it. I really enjoyed that, just hearing Little B on here and Justin basically embracing him on here. Um, and the Cash Cobain song, I thought it was gonna be way more and way better than what it was, but it was kind of disappointing. I felt like it was lackluster to me, especially with some of the great things that Cash Cobain has given me, and it's not really that many, but the great things that he has given me, I'm like, all right, I thought he was gonna give something great to Justin, but sadly he didn't. But overall, to me, this felt like a great hodgepodge of music where it's like, okay, I'm giving you all these great ideas and some of these concepts. All of them ain't fully fleshed out, but there's definitely some stuff in here that it's playlist music. You can find something in here you're gonna pick out. You're gonna like some of the tracks on here. You might not come out liking everything, but Justin gives you a good amount of flavor when it comes to his R&B side of things. Because, like you were saying, those first 3 to 4 tracks, oh, he was giving me heavy Michael Jackson vibes. I'm
Hmm.
like, Beebs, what are we doing right here? Oh, you're definitely in the trap right now. But
Go
overall,
baby, go.
for me, I gave this like a 3.5 because I'm like, if you would have tightened this up and had a shorter track list and actually really developed on some of these songs, I think this would have came out for a better project. But overall, I thought that it was a cool listen. It was an enjoyable listen. There were times where I felt like towards the end, I'm like, all right, this is kind of dragging a
Mm,
bit. Even though it's under 54 minutes, it's 21 tracks. And then the last
yeah,
track, I didn't really need it because he wasn't even on it. And I'm like, but yeah, that's my thoughts on the album, though, B.
the same. I think like Daisies and Yukon could have. Daisies is the song that probably could go like actually be like a big song, but I feel like if he had Yukon and Daisy had more of a like a upbeat, like a build up to like something bigger, I think those
Mm-hmm.
songs would go like crazy. But Daisy is the one I feel like they might push. It might be
Mm.
to his audience as well as like a urban audience could kind of get into like Daisy or Yukon as well. But Daisy, I think that would be his joint. I don't
See,
know how you feel about it.
I thought Sweet. No, I like Daisies. That first like little run up
Oh,
until like
Sweet
the.
Sweet Spot is the urban joint.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
saying
But
Daisy's the one that can get a
oh, it's
much
the
a
one.
bigger.
It's
It's
the
the one
one.
that can get everybody.
Okay,
You know
I
what I'm
can
saying?
understand that, especially with your boy MK.G on there
That's
doing
my
being one of the
guy.
producers on
B,
there.
he was in my bag. That's
Oh
why
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
relate. Like some of this stuff, I'm like, okay, he got some of the guys I like on here. So,
yeah.
he just pulled them out and was like, let me have them in a sweatshop. You know what I'm saying? That's when the big
Yeah.
artists grabbed the little guys and was like, let me drain you for all your powers. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
That's pretty
facts.
much that's pretty much what Justin did
Sound
on
like
this
the
album.
Matrix when everybody's in them little pods and they're just getting their life
Hmm.
force like just sucked out of them paws. But yeah, for me, that way it is with Gunna though. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, Justin got two on the urban radios with him and the Sexy
Him and
Red
Gunna.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
the
overall
sweet
for me,
spot.
I really enjoyed this project. But like I said, if it would have just tightened it up a bit, yeah, I think this would have been a better project. It's not a bad one, but to me, I'm like, I can see if people don't like this, and I can see if people can like this. This is one of those more, I don't want to say polarizing albums, but it's a sweet in the middle. Like it's like
Hmm.
people are gonna like you either gonna like it or you're not.
Yeah.
That's what it is with this project right here. But yeah, overall for me, like I said, this is like a cool 3.5 for me. The biggest thing I have is some of these songs felt more like ideas and concepts thrown out rather than fully fleshed out songs. Because when we see songs like All I Could Take, especially as the intro, I'm like, oh my
Hmm.
God, this we are here right now. But yeah. Let us know what y'all think about Justin Bieber's Swag album.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was your last
Swag.
project, B.
That's my last project, bro.
I guess you're really gonna make me close it out with this one, huh?
Go ahead and do it,
Listen to
B.
Jack Boys 2, B. Sometimes I want to bite my words, but it's like this is what I asked for. A few months ago, Travis Scott came out with a song called 4 by 4. And I was like, all right, this is cool. This is typical Travis, but this is a single, so it's not on the album. And I said on Twitter, I'm like, I'm tired of Travis giving me this album experience. I want something more in the veins of just giving me some dope singles and then not having to all be cohesive or connect with each other. And so Jack Boys 2, obviously within the title says, is a sequel to the first Jack Boys project, which I thought was painfully subpar, below mid. And so we got a sequel to it. In case y'all don't know, Cactus Jack is his label. B, I'm trying to give some context so that way people can hear my disappointment. Um, he was on a run on this album. I will say this. At the beginning of the album, Travis was on a nice little run. I thought this was gonna be really fire, B. He had one of my favorite rappers narrating the album, like in an interview format, where he was talking about, oh yeah, this is the album that represent the new way of Houston. Like Houston about to blow up, stuff like that. I'm like, all right. I'm like, Bun, you getting me hyped for this? And Bun B was hyping Travis Scott up about, oh, he gonna say something to Travis. I mean, he's gonna say something to Push. B, from Champagne and Vacay up to Dumbo. I'm like, oh, that's tracks 2 through 5. I'm like, oh, this is heat. What are people on Twitter talking about? My boy Sofago's on here. He's under Travis Scott's label. The features are hidden on here. Well, now they're showing actually, which now I'm glad I can see them because I didn't know who some of these features were. Solfago, you sorely disappointed me on this project. What the f is wrong with you, Solfago? I liked your last few projects, Solfago. I know a lot of people said that you was on the decline. I really enjoyed them. I don't know what the f you was doing on MM3. It wasn't it for me. Don Tolliver did his thing on this album. Don Tolliver is just a machine, man. I don't know what it is about him, but to me, he has a higher batting range slash score than Travis does. I think Don Tolliver might be able to make a better song than Travis, like a song that just stands out on its own versus Travis. Because the problem with this is, B, because you're not creating this world, you're not encapsulating me in something. I have to focus on your lyricism, and we know Travis Scott is not known for his lyricism.
B, what about the Pusha T line? I made more money pushing T's.
And then I put my phone on D&D. The worst part is when you find out that that's not even the original line that he had for that. And he just dubbed over the original line he had, talking about how he got all these girlies and all these girlies like him or whatever, and they won't stop blowing him up. So he put his phone on D&D. I'm like, no, no.
That's your goat, B. That's your goat.
B, you know I love Travis Scott. B, I think this goes back to the thing that we've talked about. The aging. If this would have came out back then, I would have enjoyed it more. Now, I'm like, Travis, I think Don taking your spot, my boy. It's happening very fast, and I'm
Man,
not prepared for it, B.
I'm
I'm
I'm hearing
not.
that nigga Travis Scott make AI music.
At this point, he literally put make a Travis Scott AI song, and he just read the lyrics from what Chat GPT got him. He must have paid for the extra premium version of it too, though. Uh, Travis Scott, he's only the standout because he has the most to say, and because he's not saying much, that's why he stands out the most. Because he's not in his element, he's not in his bag. Like I said, from tracks 2 to 5, I'm all the way there. After that, it starts getting into muddy waters, and then Sheck West comes out for an appearance because we want to hear more Sheck West. I don't. I really
You see
don't.
the
He needs
you
to
heard
come
the
back
bonus
to.
tracks?
No, I have not. They came out today. I saw my boy Yeet was on there. Somebody was like, "Man, he's would have went off in 2017." I'm like, "Oh!" I said, "No, what are we doing?" Oh, but B, I thought Young Boy gave a good verse. I thought
Heard
Kodak
that as
gave a really
well.
good verse on the last track as well. Glorilla, that song Shine, that was the actual real thing. B, I thought when I went on Twitter, I'm like, oh, they just playing. This is for the jokes, and I'm always here for the jokes. B, I heard the album, I was like, what the f is this? And then she engages with it with her doing her own version.
B, this is what you get
E,
in the big 2025, man.
e. Saw Baby gave a really good verse. I thought he was Young Thug for a second. Not gonna lie. But
We
yeah,
already said he do Young Thug better than Young Thug, remember?
Yes, we did. But I was just disappointed in this. That ILMB, I love my B. What are we doing? We needed more Don Tolliver on here, if anything. Travis, you need to step to the side. Let Don Tolliver shine. Let that
Bro,
boy Donnie Womack shine.
tell him, B, let the Jack boys jack. Let the
B, I thought they was
Jackers
coming. B,
jack.
I thought they was coming here to jack me. B, I just feel jacked. That's all my time was. It was jacked instead. My time was jacked instead of me. This
I
is
think
crazy right
I
now.
think the Jack Boys would have a better concept if it was like a mixtape feel and they actually jack beats.
But see, they tried to get the mixtape filled with the little interludes of Bun B talking throughout the album. They tried to do that, B, and it
Man, nobody
just
want to hear
didn't
from
work.
Bun B.
See, you're being disrespectful right now.
Bro, he could have had like, bro, we need a Bun B legend. But when you have somebody intro in the album, it depends on the feel. He needs some, he could have had like drama doing this. This is,
Mm.
drama bring more of an epic feeling to
But
something. Even though
B,
I don't like
I
drama.
already talked about how Travis Scott don't put nobody on from Houston. We've talked about this before.
Bun B
He
don't need to
needed
be put
this.
on.
He was about to be fighting B. He would have been fighting the allegations that he's really a transplant trying to move to Atlanta. The only reason he ain't is because he got Don Tolliver, who's also from Houston. That's the only reason he barely not fighting them allegations.
Yeah.
He needed some more Houstonian talk on here.
This man, this I wasn't. I knew you was gonna listen to that trash. I don't even like the
B,
first
I'm the
one.
weatherman, B. I'm reporting to you live, guys. Natural
Hey,
disasters, wildfires.
boy, out there in the tsunamis,
Facts.
tsunamis of
Look,
trash.
what was that one gif of the reporter trying to talk while the high wind?
Yeah, bro, that's you out there, boy. Our most
B, I'm
trusted
report.
reporter.
B, I'm reporting from it live, B, and you know I'm giving my most honest take and review with a little bias sometimes. But god dang it, B, well, how come dang near everything this week that disappointed me?
Hey, B, come on, man. We knew that was gonna be a disappointment. A
B,
Jack
I was
Boys
hoping
project
for
in big
more, B.
2025, bro. It's
B, I
almost
was hoping
2030.
for
We
more,
over that,
B.
man, bro. These niggas is aged out. This what happens when you make music like that. You have like Travis Scott is an artist that actually tried to innovate a sound and push it, but it gets to a point where it's so youthful that it don't last long because the people that loves you gonna move on. They're gonna move on. They're gonna get older. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to transform your content. You can build on the production, but the content has to change. The writing, some of the stuff you talk about has to change. You not Future, bro. Future can get them with the melodies, the hooks. Future has that. That's why he can continue to do what he do. Cause you ain't gonna get nothing else like Future. But Travis Scott, you don't have no good writing. You don't have nothing that straight up, bro. It's nothing that you rap that we just love. It's the feeling of the song. You get what I'm saying? Like with Rodeo, just the feeling, the world, Astro World, the world you built. Bro, you don't have the best verses on your songs. We go to sicko mode, Astro World. Come on, you go. Come on, man. I ain't got to get into it. Anyways, let's move on. We got news and we got release dates to get to. Come on, man. F them Jack boys. Go somewhere and jack off.
Yeah, let us know, man, what y'all think about this episode. What this part of what we've been jamming. Let us know what y'all been jamming down in the comment section. Your boy Chase is just, it's just been disappointment left and right, B man.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.